So the BBC have once again showed us their true colours, because they are now refusing to play the Freezing This Christmas hit song that is topping the charts. It's number 1 in the EE Top 40, it's top of the Apple Music iTunes charts. This song is going crazy and everybody loves it, yet the BBC are refusing to play it. Well, why are they refusing to play it? I mean, do they think that it would be biased to put up a song that criticises Starmer? No, that is not bias at all. In fact, if you ask me, it's bias not to show it. As the Telegraph have said there, it is humiliating for Labour and Keir Starmer. This song, absolutely it is. It shows them how they are up for who they are, allowing pensioners to freeze to death this Christmas by setting such an incredibly low threshold for those who are able to get the winter fuel payment. And the BBC, they should be playing whatever is top of the charts, regardless of what side it's on, regardless of whether it is humiliating to the government or not. This is incredibly wrong, and they're shooting themselves in the foot at this point, because every single time the BBC does something like this, they will face more and more demands for them to be stripped of the licence fee and have to figure out how to fund themselves. Okay, you would have nowhere near as many demands for the licence fee to go if the BBC wasn't doing biased rubbish like this. Okay, I'm just fed up of it. This song needs to be heard, and the BBC should be playing the song if it is top of the charts. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And the reason why I say that this song needs to be heard is because this is a charity song. This song is for charity. This is raising money for charity. And by not playing it, they are stopping more funds from going to a good cause. I think it's really, really wrong and immoral what the BBC is doing, if you ask me. So Mr. Ager, who is the singer in the song, he is pointing out that it's not getting the airtime on the radio that it deserves, and it's generated 15 grand for Age UK, this song so far, which is absolutely fantastic. That money's going to a good cause. It's going to help some of those elderly people who are struggling over the winter. And if they played it on the BBC radio stations, this song could make even more money for charity, okay? It's not just going in the pockets of the singers, it's making money for charity. It's a charity Christmas song, okay? There's nothing wrong with that, BBC. Just play it, okay? And anyway, it's satire, okay? It's just a bit of fun, okay? It's basically just a bit of a meme, okay? It's not that deep. Just play the song. It doesn't matter if it's humiliating to Keir Starmer. Who the hell cares? They're so soft that they don't want to say anything that would or allow the masses to hear on the radio, anything that takes the mick out of their leader Keir Starmer, that they all bow down to at the BBC. It's just ridiculous. He told the Telegraph, "I've not heard it one time. I get being impartial, but surely that contradicts freedom of speech." Absolutely, I think it does contradict freedom of speech. I think they are actively censoring this song, and there's something very wrong with that. Now, the Telegraph, of course, they have given the BBC the right to reply and seen if they want to make a comment about this, and they have. And I think, wait for this, their reply is genuinely pathetic. The BBC said, a spokesman from the BBC said, what stations play are, quote, always made with the relevant audiences and context in mind. Relevant audiences and context in mind. That sounds like a pretty airy-fairy cop-out answer, if you ask me. Now, if it is the case that this is a genuine comment, that they are posting up or playing the songs that they believe their audience is interested in listening to, well, clearly huge swathes of the public are interested in listening to this song because it is top of the charts. It would not be if people are not desperate to listen to this song. But if it is the case that the audience that listens to the BBC are not interested in listening to the song, that just goes to show how left-wing the BBC's audience is, okay? And the BBC will only have a left-wing audience if it is the case that they are biased in the content they put out. BBC would have an audience that is full of people from left and right if the content they put out was genuinely unbiased. But it is biased, and only the left are interested in watching and listening to what they put out now, very sadly, because, you know, once was a great organisation, but it's really gone down the drain now. And Patrick Christys from GB News had this to say on X. Apparently the BBC refuses to play the song Freezing this Christmas, despite it going to #1 in the iTunes chart. That is a political decision and tells you everything you need to know about the shameless left-wing bias of our state broadcaster. Couldn't have said it better myself. That absolutely just hits the nail on the head there. This is absolutely appalling behaviour by the BBC, and I think if they don't give in and play the song, I think there's going to be a lot of outrage. They better play it at least once before Christmas, if you ask me, else I've completely lost faith in them. I'm Chloe Dobbs. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.
Still watching? Well, I've got a quick ask for you. Recent UK, we're fighting the woke brigade and inspiring young Brits, but we need your help to go bigger. We're hosting a fundraiser and would love you to sign up and share the link on the big day. It's easy, it makes a massive impact, and there are prizes for top fundraisers. Click the Google form in the description to join us. Cheers very much. Let's keep going together.